Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know we have all different time zones joining us today. So exciting. Oh, look, we have someone joining us from London now too. This is amazing. I love this. Yay, technology, bringing the world together. How cool is that? So we are going to get right into it today. We appreciate your time so much, and we value it. So for those who don't know me, my name is Gloria McLean, and I have been on this journey I've been with Young Living for 6 years, but really I've been kind of on this journey of removing things for quite a few years now. So before I joined Young Living, I lived with chronic pain, anxiety, terrible skin for about terrible skin for a longer time, but for about 9 years, I was dealing with that. And so with that came like a lot of medications that made me feel kind of even worse. And so I started to clean up the foods I was eating, and I thought I was cleaning up the products that I was using as well, because I was buying them from more high-end places and I was going to the health food store. And that definitely helped with what I was going through, but I was still living on Advil, things like that to help with pain and inflammation. And that really made it so that I could work and be a mom and not let like that kind of cripple me. And so I thought I was kind of winning by doing that system. And then I met the beautiful Lisa Blackstock. We worked together, and she was, she would see me at work and I'd be kind of sore, be dealing with things. And she was like, you need to try these products. You need to try this lifestyle. Let me bring you some samples. And I had my walls up big time. I was like, I don't want anything from network marketing companies. Like, I've tried it all. I've done it all. I'm using clean products. I don't need these products. And I had my walls up big time. And what happened was, about 7 months after meeting her, I hit the lowest point in my health, and I ended up being hospitalized. And that was where my doctor basically told me, you cannot keep taking ibuprofen every single day. Like, it is destroying your gut health. It is destroying your stomach. We can put you on this other thing that'll be more gentle. But at that point, I was just so done. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And so I thought, oh my gosh, this crazy oily lady at work has been telling me these products can help. I feel like, I've got nowhere left to turn. I'm at rock bottom. And as much as that was a hard time in my life, it was one of the best things ever, because it got my stubborn butt to get the bundle that we're going to talk about today. And right when I got it, I had like mom guilt. I spent $199 on it. I was a waitress at the time. That was a lot of money for me, and I didn't even know if it would work. And immediately when I got home, I fell in love with the way my house smelled. And so I was like, okay, I didn't waste my money. This smells amazing, but do they really do more than that? And then it was like, I started to sleep better, digest better. My skin started clearing up. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll try like the Thieves products and then the Ninja. And I mean, it's been 6 years. I'm still here. I order all the time. And now I get to be the crazy oily lady telling everybody, you need these products, because I wasn't aware that even the stuff you buy from the health food store still has SLS, still has fragrance, still has those things in it, just like the other products. And so really, it's just about cleaning out the tank and not putting like that toxic overload in your system, so that your body can do what it's meant to do and it can feel amazing. And so, yeah, I'm just still so obsessed, and I'm so excited that we get to share this with you today. And I'm going to pass it over to Tamara now. Thank you.
Hello. What an introduction. How do you even follow that? So I was a little bit different. I was not necessarily, like, I didn't have like big health concerns and things like that. I definitely had some things that I had quantified in my life as being normal, like health things as I was getting older, that I was like, oh, well, those are normal things about getting older. And what I have come to find out is that common does not equal normal. So for me, I was looking just for better choices, better cleaners, better skincare, better, things that were a little bit more natural, things that got rid of those ingredients that I was hearing. Like, you hear about it all the time, using this kind of spray cleaner is as bad as smoking and things like that. So I started to see all those things, and I was like, you know what? I can do better in the products that we bring into our home than what I'm doing. So I started to dig in, research a little bit, literally every DIY I came across had essential oils in it. And I had this friend that had been sharing with me about essential oils for like a year and a half. And I, at first, was like, I'm not interested. But as I started to go down that path, I figured, well, if I'm going to try, I might as well go and try with somebody that I trust. And so, Gloria to the rescue. I just kind of called her up one day and was like, here's my credit card number. I don't want to be on any kind of like auto ship programs or anything like that. I'm only going to order the oil bundle and that's it. Like after that, I'm done. I just want to check this out. Needless to say, we're coming up 5 years of ordering every single month on my account and every single month on my husband's account for almost 4 years. So, well, 4 years this month, actually. So yeah, it has had a massive impact on our health, physically on our health, mentally on our health, and financially on our health. So I can't not share it. And that's what we're here to do with you today. I'll super quickly so this is our Canadian oil bundle. And I'm just going to very quickly touch on this, okay? Because you can get essential oils everywhere. Like I saw them at the gas station. Please don't ever buy your essential oils at the gas station, okay? Like that's just words to live by. There is a reason that we choose Young Living. Like we choose Young Living because of this promise. This is not some marketing slogan like the little green leaf that people can buy to put on their products that make you think you're making a better choice. This actually has a set of standards behind it that are so good, other companies adopt the same standard for their essential oils. That doesn't mean they're meeting the standard, but they are using the same kind of processing and stuff that Young Living. Like we really are the leaders in the essential oil market from the standpoint of having control and transparency from the seed that goes into the ground all the way till the seal on the bottle and the product that ends up in your home. So there's lots of information at www.seedtoseal.com. So I really encourage you to go and check that out. There's if you love all the science and stuff, that's where you want to go, because this 101 is not where you're going to find all the science, I'm afraid. Anyhow, yes, seedtoseal.com. Go check that out. There's a reason that we choose this brand of oils when there are so many in the market. So, Gloria, let's do this.
Let's do this thing. And what I do love too, I just want to touch on quickly, is that Young Living is not just essential oils. Like they have like over 600 wellness products. And so if you're like, you order essential oils every single month, I actually barely even order essential oils anymore because I get so many for free that my focus is like on their supplements and their cleaning products. And that's what I love, is they just make it so easy to just transition what you're buying and like get it from your own store. Anyways, that's that. So here is what this beautiful bundle looks like. It also comes with a diffuser, and it is always half price when you buy it this way. So that's why we love this bundle so much. If you were to buy all this stuff separately, it's like double the price. So why would you do that? I have literally bought like 50 of these bundles because like if I run out of a couple, I'm like, why wouldn't I just, yeah, right? And then you can give diffusers away as gifts. It's the best. We're going to start with lavender. So this oil,
if you have your oils, smell along with us. It's like smell-o-vision.
Yeah. And then notice how you feel before you smell them. And then notice how you feel after smelling through this bundle. I'm just saying, you're going to feel amazing. So lavender right here, I would have paid $199 for, because like I said at the beginning, I had terrible skin for most of my life since I was probably 12 years old and tried everything. And this is the oil that cleared my skin up. So I am so forever grateful for this little bundle of plant magic because it gave me my confidence back. And so this is amazing for anything skin related. And I know a lot of people know it for relaxation relaxation. It's also great for that, but it's great for like burns, cuts, scrapes, boo-boos. If you're a mom, we use it for boo-boos all the time. So lavender is a must. Also, fun fact, I thought I didn't like the smell of lavender, but it turns out I don't like the artificial lavender. I love real lavender. So there's that.
Awesome. Okay, I am going to talk about peppermint. So peppermint is like, first of all, it smells kind of like Christmas, like candy canes and stuff like that. But it also totally repels critters. Like ants don't like it, spiders don't like it, mice don't like it. So if you have like a trailer or something like that, putting cotton balls that have peppermint oil on them around the trailer can often keep pests out during the summer months. It is one of our Health Canada approved natural health products that is great for like joint and muscle pain, digestive upset, even stress and relaxation. Who doesn't need tools to deal with stress and relaxation after the past couple of years? And if you are a woman of a certain age, sometimes you get like your own personal summer, right? Even when it's minus 30 out. So putting some peppermint in a little spray bottle, add a little bit of salt or witch hazel to disperse the oils. You can even put it in a cute little spray bottle and like customize your top, and then just spray that on pulse points. So like the inside of your elbows, back of your neck, here, and like instantly your body feels like it's cooling down. Like it's almost immediate. So that's one of my favorites.
I am obsessed with peppermint. I'm obsessed with all of these. You're gonna get to know that about me. So lemon here, especially as a mom, this is a must-have because I have a 4-year-old that likes to draw on everything, including herself. So lemon takes that off, which is amazing. Also amazing for cleaning anything greasy. Like I can't imagine not having this with my little cleaning caddy because it like cuts grease off of the oven, off the barbecue, anything like that. Also removes like stubborn stickers. So when you buy like a nice picture frame and they put that dang sticker right on the front, it's like just drop one little drop of lemon and it just comes right off. So you need lemon. Also, just smelling this little bottle right here creates a little happy pathway in your brain. So I highly recommend, if you are like into science, there is a book called Your Brain on Oils, and it was done by a neuroscientist. And he actually did live brain mapping with this bundle to show you what different oils did. And this one created a little happy pathway and then it goes away. But if you smell it for 66 days in a row, it creates a permanent happy pathway in your brain. So like, just smell it every day. And then you'll be like us oily people that are really annoying and bubbly. Trust me, you need it.
I feel like we're doing like the mom stuff and then the like old lady stuff. So I'm big frankincense because frankincense is like, I don't know, some people call it Botox in a bottle. It is absolutely amazing for aging skin. Not only for aging skin, but it's also really great if you have big emotions going on, just like a drop on your hand, rubbed together, some deep breaths. Gloria and I have talked about this a number of times. Prior to getting into essential oils, I didn't do deep breathing. It wasn't until I started using oils that I started to do deep breathing, which is one of the best things you can do to de-stress. Like, really, it's just the best. So big emotions, there is so much scientific data on frankincense that's available in a million different places. One resource is PubMed. So that is amazing. But I like legit, me with my little rollers, I have frankincense in a bottle. So this is like the calm down spray, the like, I'm too lazy to do my full skincare routine at night, spray it on my face and rub it in, spray. So frankincense for the win, for all of the big emotions and fine lines that come along with them.
Oh my goodness. It's so true. I love, I could do a whole call on just frankincense alone, but we're going to respect your time. Like I promised you guys at the beginning, but go on PubMed, okay? Because it's like amazing. Something really fascinating that I was actually going to make a post on today, but I'm going to touch on a little bit here too, is I've been learning a lot about embodiment and how important it is to like feel emotions in your body. Jen's like, get it, girl. And you know what's really cool is I have been using oils. We are bouncing between momhood and like, I love this right now. I love this so much. I've been using oils to teach my children to feel their emotions in their bodies. So when they're having like big emotions, I put a little drop of oil on them and I say, place it wherever you're feeling your emotion. And so they've been like placing it on their heart, or sometimes it's on their tummy. And it's like teaching them to name their emotion and feel it and deal with it, which is a really just something. Even I'm like, oils just get cooler and cooler and cooler the longer that you use them. And then you're going to geek out like we do about them. But anyways, I just had to say that. Another mom fun little tip is kopaihiba. Everyone says it different, but it works. So that's all we need to know. This one right here is just tapped straight from a tree. It's just tree sap. It has not really much of a smell, although I can pick up the notes now that I'm been in this a little longer. I'm like, oh yeah, I smell that hint of tree. So this one is amazing for skin, for puffiness, for anything like that. But it's also amazing for like teething. So if you have like a teething toddler, rubbing, you can rub it on the outside of the jaw. Even like when you get older and you get teeth pain, like it doesn't just have to be just for children. But it's so gentle that you can use it on children, but it also just like packs an amazing punch. It's also known as the magnifying oil. So whatever you mix this oil with, it's going to magnify the properties of it. Like you're putting almost like a magnifying glass, right? Like when the sun hits, like, so if you're making like a sleepy blend, or the first three oils that we touched on, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, those make like a natural antihistamine. So I do just 5, 5, and 5. Sometimes I do 10, 10, 10 because I'm like a heavy dropper like that, but you can do 5, 5, 5 with some carrier oil like grapeseed oil or avocado oil, whatever kind of oil you have. And then you add copaiba, it's going to make it extra strength. So yes, safe. Yeah, safe for baby. I used it when Evelyn was like 6 months old. Obviously, moms, go with your gut and do you, like, don't do anything that you're not comfortable with ever. I felt comfortable because when I had her, I was using oils every day for years already. So I felt very comfortable. So yeah, you can also add it to like a sleepy blend or for your face serum. Everybody needs copaiba. It's one I would have never ordered if I didn't have the bundle. So grateful that I got this bundle because I just would never even have thought of having it.
Absolutely. And here we are back to like aging again. So oftentimes with getting older, joint and muscle pain is something, it's one of those things that is the common / normal, right? So there are definitely things that you can do to reduce that. But the reality is, as we get older and our joints and stuff start to change, our bodies start to change, a little bit of pain now and then in joints and muscles is almost inevitable, right? Maybe you're trying to keep up with your kids or your grandkids or whatever. And so Panaway, for me, Panaway was the oil that was like my aha, because prior to that, I had been, like Gloria said, I was using them. My house smelled great, but I didn't really give a ton of merit to the fact that they did things until the first time that I really overused some muscles. And I messaged Gloria because that's one of the great things about this community is that like this company's been around for almost 30 years. So you have a wealth of knowledge and decades of experience in a lot of the people that are in this group. So, you know, I messaged Glow and was like, how you like me now? What are your oils going to do for this? You know, and she gave me a recommendation, Panaway lavender with some Epsom salts. Please always use Epsom salts or an unscented bath gel. Watch your ingredients when you are putting oils in a bath, because there is not enough carrier oil in the world if you sit on Panaway in the bathtub. Like, it's just, if you ever do put an oil on and it burns, is itchy, is uncomfortable in any way, a carrier oil, any carrier oil, butter in an emergency, you just need something fatty, something greasy, olive oil. I mean, there's so many. Young Living has a great V6 carrier oil, but so, and it's also, this is also a great one to mix with a carrier oil. So you can massage like an entire muscle group, because if you just put like 1 drop of Panaway on your leg, it's probably not going to do what you had hoped as quickly. So anyhow, yeah, this one was like, oh, okay. After that bath, it was like, oh, it does stuff. So that was a huge one for me. I have heard so many wins with Panaway, like just over and over, people who suffer with sciatic nerve pain, people who suffer from arthritis, all kinds of things. So that is like a go-to pain oil. It's just good for all the things pain related and headaches.
Yes, all the things. And it smells like root beer, by the way. So that's awesome. My kids love it. They always want to diffuse it. I'm like, stop diffusing that one. That one is for mama's achy muscles. Oh my gosh, so fun. And I love that you touched on that, like diluting. So when using oils, like dilute them, like a lot of the times when you buy them from stores and stuff like that, they're like pre-diluted and you're not really getting much oil. These are fully concentrated. So dilute them and they're going to go a lot further. You're never going to have to worry about maybe getting contact sensitivity, which can happen in like rare cases, but can happen. And the other thing about using something to dilute them with is when you just put like essential oils right on directly, they have like a very, like they rapidly bounce through your cells really quickly, and then they can leave really quickly, which is so cool because essential oils are like the smallest little molecule ever, and they can pass like the blood-brain barrier. And okay, that's all the science you're going to get from me. But when you dilute them, it's going to slow that bounce down. It's going to actually keep it in the muscle group and the cells longer. So don't be afraid to like get more bang for your buck, right? So that you're not just like blowing through them. And yeah, so that was something I didn't know in the beginning, and it just makes them last longer. So up next we have RC, and I'm going to tell a kid story again.
Weird.
I'm like, weird that that's what's happening. But also not just for kids. So there's that. So RC right here was my first kind of like, oh moment. I had all these little tiny wins, but this one was the one that made me like really understand just how amazing essential oils were. So my daughter was super phlegmy. I came home one night, super puffy, super phlegmy. And what I would have done before, because she had asthma from a very young age, is I would have grabbed like Benadryl or cough and cold to help clear up the phlegm so that we didn't trigger the asthma. And then I would have had to use an inhaler. And that's just like what I knew. So don't worry, moms out there, you don't know until you know. So we don't beat ourselves up for what we did before we know, right? You know better, you do better. So she wasn't like in any state of like needing her inhaler or anything like that. I obviously would have used it if that were it. But I thought, I messaged my girlfriend. I said, what can I use? And she said, RC diluted with some coconut oil. Just rub it like on her chest and on her back and the bottom of her feet. And maybe like just hold it like away. You don't want to put it too close, because if it's strong for you, it's going to be even stronger for a kid. So it's really common sense when it comes to this stuff. So I held it like that far away. I'm going to overshare here. I'm so sorry. If you know me though, you know I do that from time to time. She had like a huge sneeze and I caught it, and basically like an oyster came out. And I looked at my husband and I was like, cool. And then I went and washed my hands, and then I put some lavender and coconut just like on her puffiness, and she was asleep and cleared up. And I didn't have to use any of the stuff I would have used, and which is amazing all on its own. But my aha moment came from, if I would have given her the cough and cold medicine, nothing would have came out. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would have been suppressed in her little tiny body. She was just little at the time. And I was like, oh, I get it. Like, this is actually like pulling it out, and that's what has to happen. And so that was my like, give me a cape, I'm a super mom. Pretty sure I'm magic. That was like my aha. But also, RC is amazing for a marriage saver. It's amazing for people who snore. Anytime anyone is phlegmy or congested, I know people use it for like their workouts. People use it when they're hiking, just to open up the airways. So it works amazing for that. It's just filled with all types of amazing eucalyptus, and it smells so good, even if you're not stuffy. I just love the smell. Yeah. So that was my story.
It's so good.
So good.
So good. So the next one, you will never hear me say so good, or at least not from how it smells. So Digize is the next one in our Canadian kit. We do have some people from other countries joining us today. So some of these oils may differ in your kits. I know the South African kit is different than what we have here. But Digize is, if it hadn't come in the bundle, I never would have bought it, but I use it all the time. My husband uses it all the time. Like, so much so that I have like one in my office desk drawer, one in my wallet, one in my car. Like, I just have like multiple bottles of this oil scattered all over the place because we use it a lot. Not necessarily because it sort of smells like licorice laundry, but also something else. So
you're really selling it here to me.
yeah, like, but it works. It's like, you know, that cough syrup commercial, you know, it tastes terrible, but it works. That's like this. It doesn't smell super amazing, although some people love it, but it works. Like, and this is one of those ones that works like, even when the people are like super skeptical, like 10 minutes later, you're like, so how's that stomach upset that you had? And they're like, oh, that's weird. It's gone. And you're like, weird. But you knew all along it was going to work, right? So it works great whether you have actual like digestive stuff going on. Maybe you're going too much. Maybe you're not going enough. Maybe you have an upset stomach. Or it works if you just like overdid it on the cheese platter. Like, either way, no judgment. We all like cheese. So this is great. Overeating, like, take this to Thanksgiving dinner and Easter dinner and Christmas dinner. And when everyone's like, oh gosh, I'm so full, you can be like, here's some magic, and then you can have pie. So yeah, Digize. Oh, see, Jen loves it. I love the smell of licorice. Oh, you don't know what Digize smells like? Oh, I mean, you'll probably love it.
Yeah. I actually like the smell of it now. It's weird. Does anyone else like the smell of Digize? No.
It's less offensive to, literally, I never would have bought it. In the beginning, I never would have bought it.
Oh yeah.
But I equate it now to feeling better. So even though, like, your brain does funny things with scents, right? So I used to hate it, but now I know how it works. And so my brain goes, yeah, you don't love it, but here comes relief. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that book that I was talking about at the beginning of the call to Your Brain on Oils, Digize. It's so funny because people are like, I don't like the smell, but it works so good for digestion. Obviously, Digize digestion. But the funny thing is it's amazing for your brain. So when you smell it, it actually is the only oil in the bundle that opens up every pathway. It like lights them all up. So like, put it in your diffuser if you're brave. To where it's like, oh God, no. It smells like healing, not healing. That's not the right word. It smells like feeling better to me. So I like it now. This is the one for me that I did not love the smell of. And people are always like, what? So, because so many people love the smell right away of purification. I did not. I was like, I am never going to use this one. Just kidding. I use it every day, and it's probably the one that I use the most. So just don't prejudge your oils because you just never know. So when I first got it, like I said, I was like, I don't really like it. But then I went to a class like this, and people were like, oh my gosh, no, it purifies the air if you're like cooking fish, or the after smell of bacon. I know bacon smells amazing when you're cooking it, but not so great when you're done cooking it, and it like leaves that lingering smell. Some people are like, what? We love that. Also just amazing for like gym gear. I know a lot of moms use it for hockey gear because that is like the worst smell in the world. It like anyone, hockey. Jen's like, "Ugh." So hockey gear. I put it in my dryer every single day. I got wool dryer balls. I drop 3 drops on. My stuff comes out smelling like the spa. So in the bottle, not my favorite, but the lemongrass that kicks in when you make like room sprays and stuff with it and you diffuse it, it smells heavenly and I am obsessed. Also realized how stinky my house was after I started using purification on all the things. I'm like, oh, my garbage stinks. Oh, and I cook it stinks. Oh, my laundry has like this musky smell because we're on well water. I'm like, wow, everything smells bad. So thank God for oils.
And kids and dogs and acreage living. Like yeah,
there's so many factors. Also, the lemongrass in it has amazing properties for lots of other things. So I really also just recommend getting the app. There's an app called the Reference Guide. All these things I'm talking about, we're going to post in a chat in the event because I know I've been saying a lot of different references. So don't feel like you have to remember them all. But there is an app for that. And it is incredible. And so you can just type in like what you're dealing with, and it will give you all different kinds of oils you can try, like what are the most common and what are not common, but work sometimes. I highly, highly recommend it on this journey because it's like an easy button. And don't ever be afraid to ask in our group. If you need help with something and you can't find an answer in the search bar, go in there and chat it up. That's what we're here for. It's an amazing community as well. So yeah, anything stinky, purification.
I like to take a cotton pad, like those cotton makeup remover pads, and use painter's tape and paint them inside tape them inside my heating ducts and then put purification on. And so in the winter, when your furnace is, if you're in a forced air furnace, when your furnace kicks on, it like makes your house smell like you just cleaned it, even when you didn't. Follow me for more cleaning tips. Winning. Okay, so speaking of cleaning, so the last oil that is part of the top part of your kit, because or the bundle has like, it's not just these, there's more. But thieves, but wait, there's more. So thieves is like, it's like my favorite anti, because it's like antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, like anti all of the things. There's a reason that Young Living took this oil and created an entire cleaning and personal care line out of it. Like everything from toothpaste to fruit and veggie wash to household cleaner, dish soap, hand soap, like you name it, breath mints, dental floss, like so many things. Like it's always funny to me when people are like, oh, I don't know what to order this month. It's like, well, what are you brushing your teeth with? What are you flossing with? What mouthwash do you use? What about hand soap, dish soap, body wash, all of these things? Thieves is like available in just such a huge array of products. And there's a reason that they did that. So it's got a cool folklore behind it. Yeah. So that bottle Gloria just showed, the first time I got my bottle of household cleaner, I was like, pardon me. Because it's not a very big bottle, right? And then I realized that one capful of that cleaner makes a 16-ounce or 500 milliliter bottle of cleaner that I can literally use on every surface in my home. And my black lab has this really bad habit of like coming along behind me after I like spray my stainless steel appliances and like licking the cleaner off of the appliance. Previous to Young Living, I probably would have panicked and been on the phone to the vet, like, because who knows what's in that and what it might do to your dog. I don't really worry about it with Thieves. Like Thieves doesn't even have like a poison control label. It's like drink water if you ingest it, or like it's yeah. So you don't have to worry about it around your kids and your pets and all of that stuff. Like it's so great. We're going to post a link to in the event as well to the Dirty Dozen list from David Suzuki. And the reason we're going to do that, even though it says it's for cosmetics, the scary thing about those ingredients is that they also are in your cleaners, your hand soap, your shampoo, your like they go so much beyond the realm of cosmetics. And those are ingredients that nobody wants in their products. They're carcinogens, they're endocrine disruptors, which especially ladies your endocrine system is like it's like being attacked by all of the products that are used just on the shelves in the stores. So we love Thieves. It's also Health Canada recommended for cough and cold support, which we've just come through like the worst 2.5 years of cough and cold season that we've ever seen. So it's nice to have natural supports for things like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's so funny when you were talking about your dog licking the fridge. I'm like, yep, my 4-year-old does that. Peace of mind is priceless, y'all. I'm just saying.
I don't know if you've ever heard Wilson from YL Canada, if you've ever heard him tell his story, but his child got into the cleaners underneath the sink and they ended up rushing to emergency, and it was pretty touch and go. And so imagine having an alternative that you don't have to worry about things like that. It kind of feels like a no-brainer.
Oh my gosh. It's like, I think it's like 80 cents a spray bottle. You're using less plastic. It's safe for the environment. Like it is a no-brainer. Like it's a no-brainer. Get yourself some dang Thieves. I'm sorry. Stop cleaning with toxic products. Okay, that was my rant. Okay, next. So guess what's really cool about this oil that we're going to smell? This is our Canadian pride right here, you guys. This is our first farm in Canada, Northern Lights, and I get to go to the farm. I am gonna go make a bottle of my own oil. I get to go camp out for a week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've been to quite a few farms. That's another amazing thing about Young Living, is that they own and partner with their farms. I'm so excited. And they let anyone come and see the process. Like the transparency Tamara was talking on at the beginning is a very real thing. I actually fell more in love with this company the longer that I'm with it, because at the beginning I was like, oh, it sounds like too good to be true, but whatever. I love the products. But then you go to a farm and you meet the farmers, you feel their heart. Like it's a feeling. And oh, Gwen gets to go and it's her first farm. Gwen, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And when you see the process, you guys, when you see the process of these oils being made, you're like, we actually do not pay enough money for these oils, but don't tell them, because like, okay. So this oil, I mean, don't overthink oils. When you think of oils that are from the trees, think rooted, think grounded, think calm. When you think of citrus, think sunny, think happy, think uplifting. When you think of floral, think skin. And when you think of like sickness, think herbs, right? It's really, really basic at the end of the day. But this one, I diffuse in my room every single freaking night, and I get to go to the farm. It's like my favorite oil. I could cry, but I'm not gonna. Maybe I will. If you don't have this oil in your life, you need it. I could just smell it all day long. Okay, that was. I'm excited.
So good. So good. Okay, so there's also some fun little extras that come in the bottom part of your bundle. One of them is this little roller ball top. It fits on any of our 5 and 15 ml bottles. It's really easy. You just take the cap off of an oil, take the little plastic reducer out, put this on top, put the cap on, screw it on. It's going to seem loose in the beginning until you screw on this and click it. Don't use a hammer, right, Gloria?
Don't do that.
You'll never live it down. You'll never live that down.
I spilled purification everywhere, but my house smelled amazing for like weeks.
Long time. Yeah. And then the other, and so that's really great if you have an oil that you don't care to get on your hands. I don't know about you, but every time I put peppermint on my hands, I inevitably rub my eyes afterwards.
Yeah.
It's just good idea to have a roller top on there, and then that doesn't happen, and I don't have to constantly be running and putting B6 in my eyes, because my lash extensionist hates that I put oil in my eyes. She's like, can you stop it? Anyhow, so the other cool thing is hand sanitizer. You get this cute little purse size hand sanitizer. I don't know about you, but this, even with how much we use hand sanitizer these days, this seems to last me forever because you don't have to like put like big pumps of it on. It literally takes like just about a pea-sized amount to do your hands. I love it because it doesn't dry your hands out. Like how many of us have seen people who have to use hand sanitizer a lot in their profession or whatever, that they have these like red, scaly, cracked, painful hands. And I've seen it like little kids that have that happening. So the nice thing about this, it's got aloe in it. Aloe, it keeps your skin nice and moisturized. FYI, the microbiome in your skin, the good bacteria, is actually in the moisture barrier on your skin. So when you deplete the moisture barrier on your skin, you guys, you're killing off the good guys, which are your protection against the bad guys. So just something to keep in mind, you want that moisture barrier intact, and using a hand sanitizer that doesn't dry out your hands is a great way to keep that like that.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. And so I was one of those people that I would have terrible reactions to any other hand sanitizer before I knew what I know. Like my hands would crack and bleed. You guys, my nails never grew. Look at this toxin-free life. Look at those nails now. I mean, I still can't. My sister was like, look at your nails. I'm like, toxin-free, baby. My body's doing what it's meant to do. Because nails are kind of in your hands, like those are kind of the first things that get affected when your body needs to support other things. You're going to notice your hair and nails get really weak because your body's fighting really hard to like support other things. So when you got healthy nails, that's a really good sign of health. Just saying. That was like a little side squirrel. Okay.
And the collagen helps.
Oh yeah. And the collagen and the sulfurzyme and the turmeric and the ninja. I'm a little obsessed with these products, you guys. Yeah. But I mean, I feel great. And that is priceless. I spent 9 years of my life being real sick. And that to me cost more than anything else. So Ninja here is 40% of Young Living sales. So just so you know, it's no joke. People are obsessed with this. They do not live without it. And for good reason. It is one of the highest antioxidants. It's like ridiculously high on the, what's it called? The
ORAC scale.
Yeah, on the ORAC scale, like it's like way up there. They keep all the skin and everything in here. So you're getting like all the good stuff, the fibers, the potassiums, all that kind of stuff. And then they add essential oils. So if you haven't ever done any research on the wolfberry, highly recommend doing that as well. And it's super low in sugar, which I love because a lot of those health drinks are like 24 grams of sugar. That is not healthy for your gut. This has 4 grams for 2 servings, right? 4 or 5 grams for 2 servings. So that's freaking amazing, even safe for diabetics. So if you're like, that sounds great, but like, why do I need it? Let me just tell you, you need this in your life. What I recommend when you get it is write down how you're feeling before you start this, and then do a little check-in 30 days after being consistent. It's just 1 shot a day. And for me, what it does is, I mean, I don't break out at all anymore. My gut health is amazing. I don't get tired in the middle of the day anymore. I sleep at night, like, and I don't even need to use the oils I used to have to use for the digestion and the sleep and the things, because I got to the root. So I don't have all these like branches that are like, fix me, fix me, fix me. So I swear, if I could take one product to a deserted island, if I could only bring one, it would be the Ninja, because it has the essential oils. And I just like, I can't imagine not having it in my life. But don't make me choose one product, because I don't want to do that. Although like some time on a deserted island sounds pretty amazing right now, because I haven't been on a trip in a while. So there's that too. But yeah, I love it so much. But also on your journey, I really recommend, if you're brand new, like start with the oil bundle, then get the Thieves cleaner, like the Thieves bundle. You're going to get a whole bundle, and then do the Ninja the following month. And the reason why I say that is because if you're drinking the Ninja, but you're still using toxic cleaners and you're still reaching for toxic products, you're not going to feel the same effects with the Ninja, because it's just going to kind of be in this like battle zone of just trying to like even things out. Whereas when you remove all that stuff and then you put the Ninja in, you're going to be like, yes, amazing. So yeah, Ningxia for the win.
Absolutely. So want to hear one of my favorite parts about that 3-part system that Gloria just talked about? So Young Living has the best reward system of any company I have ever done business with.
Mm-hmm.
So I get like, I think I get 2% back on my Visa. And I don't know, air miles, it takes like 3 years to save up enough to get like a Starbucks. So like the rewards programs, like, and I am the reward, like I have a card for every single reward program out there because I like free stuff. Like I like to capitalize. If I'm going to spend my money somewhere, I like to get something back. It's nice. It's a great perk. So Young Living has this great rewards program. Depending on the country you're in, it's called a couple different things. We have Subscribe to Save, Essential Rewards. There's a couple different versions of what it's called throughout our markets, but the reward is the same. For the first 3 months, you get 10% of your purchases back, which that's pretty great. Like 10% back right away, right off the hop in points that you can buy other things that you want to maybe try and you're not sure about spending the money on. So you can cash in those points. It doesn't cost you anything and you get that product for free. And then after your first 3 months that Gloria was talking about, where you do those amazing 3 bundles, then you go to 20%. I'm sorry, but there is no other company that I have ever done rewards points with where I'm getting 20% of my purchase back in something that I can use like cash. I can buy Ningxia with it, makeup, thieves, like supplements, so many things. And some people save up those points and use them for like maybe a higher priced oil that they are like, ooh, I don't maybe want to buy that as part of, like, that'll be the only oil I bought this month if I bought it. So they'll save up their points and cash in points for that. My niece cashed in points for her and for like the whole Savvy makeup line, like the whole thing. She bought like everything that was available in the Canadian market on points. She didn't pay a penny. And so to be able to do that, that's really incredible. And then after 2 years, you go to 25%. So I get 25%, Gloria gets 25%. There's probably a few of us on this call who are getting 25. Yeah, Laura. And Laura's in the UK, she's in London. So it doesn't matter what market you're in, that rewards program is the same. Gwen also at 25%. So 25% back. Like imagine going into your favorite big box store. Not that most of us have favorites anymore because we all just shop with Young Living, but say you go into a big box store and you buy like $100 worth of the things that your family uses all the time, toothpaste and cleaner and a little bit of makeup and maybe even an over-the-counter headache remedy or something like that, and some supplements, and you spend $100, $25 back. There is no stores out there that are giving you that kind of return on the things that you're buying anyhow. There might be some that have, okay, if you're buying like luxury items or things like that, but these are everyday essentials that every single family is using. So that to me is just, plus you get a whole bunch of free stuff. Like at certain buying levels, you get like free oils. Like Gloria said, like I order like supplements and maybe the odd cleaning supply because they last forever. I get a lot of my oils for free, like just a lot of them. So that is really amazing. Sometimes you even get products for free. Like we have some great products for free this month. So, and I think there are in all of the markets this month, some great products for free.
Yes.
So that's really amazing too. And there's loyalty rewards. I mean, there just are so many benefits, reduced shipping, which is great depending on if you're like, I get to go pick my stuff up, but not everybody can. So.
Tamara gets to order and pick up same day, and I'm not jealous at all. Oh my gosh. And I love it, especially like, again, with the mom, like we're going back and forth. It's so funny. But as a mom, like the frustration of trying to like take all your kids to a store and read labels, like that is like, it's, I don't want to do that. And then to get a product home and find out like it's been bought by like some big, it's been bought by Clorox or it's been bought by whatever. And it's not what it even says it is, because we're so lied to, because there's no labeling laws. So there's so much greenwashing out there. And I just had like the product graveyard. So just the peace of mind, like not having to drag my kids from store to store, the peace of mind. And I guarantee you, you are spending all that money. And so when you really look at it, like that was such an eye opener for me, as I really looked at, like, I looked at my bank statement. I went, oh, wow, I'm spending more over here when I buy from big box stores, because I'm throwing things in every time I go shopping. I'm adding things to the cart, over a month, that adds up. Whereas here, it's like I'm budgeted, it's in one shot, plus I'm getting all this free stuff. I'm actually saving money. I'm getting healthier products. Again, to me, it's a no-brainer. And the cool thing is you're not locked into anything. You're in full control of your website. You're in full control of when it comes, how much you want, how often, like, which is just, for me, that gave me the peace of mind, is knowing I could get out if I wanted when I first started, was what made me go in, and I've never looked back. So you also get these cool little bottles that, you know, you may just use for personal use, but you might just be like us, where you start feeling amazing, and then you're going to start realizing how much your friends complain. And that you too were once a complainer, because they're going to tell you they're not sleeping, or they're not, you know, they haven't been feeling right, and their stomach hasn't been great, or their kids have been having tantrums. You're just going to hear, you're going to start to hear it, and you're going to be like, oh, there's an oil for that, right? That's kind of what naturally tends to happen. So share with your friends if you want. There's never pressure, but it just kind of does start to happen naturally, because you're going to feel so good. And then if your friend is like, I want to get that bundle, thank you so much, I just had the best sleep in my life, Young Living gives you a $67 thank you check just for sharing, just for referring. So again, I don't know of any other store that's like, here's 25% back, here's free things, and if you tell a friend to come shop here, we're going to give you a thank you check. Like, it's just the best. And so you can do that once or twice, or you can, you know, make it a full-time gig like we have. And I am so grateful every single day that we get to share this information. It just feels like there's so much purpose, and it just feels so good every day to wake up and get to do this, and hear messages from people who are feeling better, and not just, you know, feeling better in their health and wellness, but like financially doing better. And I know right now there's a lot of stress on families right now. And so it's always a good idea just to keep your mind open when it comes to another stream of income. Dig your well before you're thirsty is another thing that we like to say in health too, because you just never know, right? So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. We appreciate your time so much. And if you have any questions at all, reach out to any of us. We are here to answer your questions. Anything else, Tamara? Did I miss anything?
No, that was awesome.
Okay. Mwah. Have a beautiful Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Love you all. And we'll see you again next week.